So, hello children, welcome to the second part of 10th standard English SR-1 Narayanpur incident, and let's come to 10th para. Sat outside, alert and attentive. He felt a thickening in his throat. It was beginning, and at last he was doing something. What a pity Kopya, Mulli, and other would never know about. Perhaps someday, sorry, someday he checked himself and kept his eye and mind on the road outside. It was deserted in a little while. The 9 o'clock siren went off. Babu thought for the first time that day of the war being fought all over the world, and suddenly coming out of reviver, he tensed. A man riding a bike got off and stopped right outside their gate, but it was only to light a cigarette, it seemed. Babu could see the match flaring, then the glow in front of the man's face. The small point of light moved as the man got on his bike and rode away. On one more bike, Babu viewing himself inside. Manju turned a straight face to him. Someone coming in. There was silence from inside the puja's room. Their faces looked at him blankly, the dim light giving them a peculiar look. Shadows coiled and danced as the wick in the oil lamp flickered and fizzed. Then Amma got up and came out, followed by Mohan. Suman stayed inside and Mohan closed the door of the room. Manju, go to bed. Babu, you too. Student said. Babu sat outside, seeing alertly that anyone unknown person is coming to their house. He felt thickening in his throat. It was the beginning and the last, and he gone inside. His pity, Gopya Murli and others would never know about his perhaps. Someday, he checked himself and kept his eye. And so some days he checked himself and kept his eye and mind on the roadside. On the roadside, he kept roadside. He saw it was deserted in a little while. It was 9 o'clock. Siren went off, so it was 9 o'clock at that day. But though it was for the first time it was for the first time that day the war being fought all over the world, and for suddenly coming out of his reviver, he became tension. A man come riding the bike because he had fear that it may be police, because in last 2 days I said they had cyclo stealing machine in their house, so it became fear. So a man came towards their house and stopped their bike, get down, and he was seeing here only, so he became and he stopped right near the gate. But he thought he will come inside, but he did not come. He only matched the fire stick and lighted his cigarette, and like that only how he came, he gone away. He got packed. So he towards coming to the puja room. They all are seeing means puja's room. That in the I said that character, the small point of light. So there was only a small light. So as he gone away, Manju Tandon stated face to him. So after that one more bike came. Babu flung himself inside and Manju turned, stated face to him. He said someone is coming, so they all get it fear and alerted. So this is about 10th para. So 11th para's explanation. There was silence. So there was very much silence in the puja room, as I said. Their faces looked at him blankly because someone is coming. They had no ideas what to do next. So there was only a dim light in that puja's room. Shadow quiet and danced as the wick in the oil lamp. So it was like a wick in the oil lamp, oil lamp in villages you have heard. Then Amma got up. So then Amma came out from the puja's room and followed by Mohan. She said Suman stayed inside, and Mohan closed the door of the room. So he closed the door of the room which has that cycle stealing machine, and she said Manju go to bed and Babu you too also. So this is about 11th para. There was a knock at the door. Babu rushed to his room, unrolled it, his bedroll and threw himself on it. A knock again. Who's there? Amma. Call out. Knock, knock. Mohan, go and see who it is. Manju, who had got into bed too, noticed that through Amma's voice was steady. Her hands trembled. Mohan come in saying, Amma, it's Patil, the sub-inspector. Amma held Manju's hand in a tight, heartfully clutch, though her voice was still cool and calm. What does he want? He want to he want to talk to you to me. To me. The hand relaxed. Manju drew her own hand back and rubbed it softly. So, as there in last para you saw that a bike came and stopped another bike to in front of their house, and that person was coming towards their house only. So there were after and he came and he knocked at the door. So Babu gone into his room as his mother said to Babu and Manju to go to room and act like a sleep. They act like they are sleeping. They both are, and they unroll means they roll the bed. Means they roll the bed roll, and threw himself on it. So he threw on him. So threw on Manju. So after that there was again a knock by that person. So who's there? So Amma asked. So still they are knocking because they did not open the door because the Manju, Babu and they were getting ready. Means they were at all the preparation means they should not get doubt that a mistake is happened means they are riding cyclostaining machine they should not get. So they still they did not open the door, and mother says Mohan go and see whose it is. Manju, who had gone to bed too, noticed that through Amma's voice. So, who had gone to bed, Manju and Babu, as I said in last para, they noticed that, and they said Amma's voice also here steadily. So, mother's hand were trembled very much. Who may be there? Mohan came in saying, so after opening the door, Mohan came in saying after opening the door, it is Patil, the sub inspector. So, his mother held Manju's hand very much so tightly that it was hurting him very much. So, but also still her voice was little bit cool and calm. She had no tension in her, no tension little bit. So she asked coolly, "What does he want?" So Mohan says that mother, he want to talk with you. So his mother asked to me. His mother asked. So after telling that, his mother get little bit relaxed. So after that, Manju takes his hands back because by holding his hand tightly, the mother handed his hold tightly. His hands were little bit hurted. He rubbed his hands and make it soft. So this is about 12th para. I have not come to trouble you. A strange voice said, "Your husband was my friend." In para, the man was he really a police officer? He did not look like one in his day dingy clothes. He was saying to Amma, "Yes, we were in school together." Oh yes, he was far above me. He was a scholar and I was one of the dunces. He always helped me, though God knows how often I would have been canned but for him. Please, Patil Sahib, Amma said rather impatiently. Tell me why you are here. It's like this. Suddenly the man was brisk and business like. His glance swept over all of them, talking them all in shrewdly. Certainly this man was no tunes. There's going to be a search in your house when. So that when Patil come to their house, so the was he Manju? Anybody asked? Was he a real police officer? He did not like a look like a police officer in his cloth. So the Patil was saying to Amma, "Yes, yes, your husband and we were friends in school. He was scholar and I was not studying well. He would help me always." Patil said to Amma, rather impatiently. He said, "Tell me why are you here?" So mother asked very much attentionally. So he says it like this. Suddenly, the man of brisk and business like. So he became tension and he says, his glance swept over all of them, talking them all is shrewdy. Means he tell all is shrewdy. Certainly the man was not tuned. So he says that with intention there is going to be search in your house. So his mother asked when. So let's go to 15th para. Most probably tonight. I heard the Sahib talking. They were speaking of a cyclo-stealing machine. It seems you people are making copies of Mahatma's speech. They say you have people hiding here as well. So Patil says that it will be search in your house in last para. Then he says that search will be at tonight. So he heard from his seniors search that they were speaking about a cyclo-stealing machine. That search where his seniors were speaking, senior officers were speaking. It seems you people are, he says, you people are making the copies of Mahatma Gandhi's speech. And the sir also said that you are hiding some people here also. So this is about 15th para. 15th para. Mohan scoffed. But you have the cycle stealing machine? No, Mohan replied angrily. You are wasting time spying on us. Tell me. The man ignored Mohan and spoke to Amma. Yes, Amma replied simply, and Mohan made an angry hissing sound. Where is it, Amma? You have gone inside. Manju's heart began beating wildly. What was Amma giving them away? Give it to me. I will get it out of the way. You can have it when it's safe. Mohan burst out again. Amma, what are you doing? How can you trust a policeman? So after that, after Patil says about that, police are coming and checking your house. He says, Mohan scoffed. But you have the cyclosling machine, the Patil police officer asked. So Mohan says replied no and angrily. So the policeman says, tell me first where is the cyclosling machine? Tell me, he says. So he ignores the Mohan and asks Amma. So Amma says yes, we have cyclosling machine. And Mohan became very much angry and making sound don't tell like that. So Patil asks where is it? Amma, so he says, Amma, you have gone mad, Amma gone inside. Manju's heart were beating because he may be the spy of the police. He said he is father of his his he said he is friend of his father, but also they were tension. Maybe he may be spy. Mohan became angry, so Amma gone inside. Manju's heart were beating. What would be happen next? So he says, why was Amma giving them away? So he says, why was Amma giving that sequestering machine away to them? So Patil says, give it to me. I will get it out the way. So I will take it out safely. And you can have it when it's safe. So when the policeman check your house and goes away, you can take it after that. So after the hearing that, Mohan burst away after that, and he says to Amma, what are you doing? How can you trust a police? So this is about 16th para. The man touched Mohan on the shoulder. Mohan, you are still very young. There are many things you don't understand. I am a policeman. Yes, but your father was and still is my friend, and this is my country as much as it is yours. Now give it to me quickly. They may come any moment. Amma opened the door of the puja room and said, Suman emerged, wiping her face and her sari, looking anxiously at them. Come in, Amma beckoned to the man. It's here. Suman stared at Amma, and the man is bewildered. Amma smiled at her and said, You have got to get away, Suman. Take away all the materials, Mohan will leave. So after Mohan says like that, the policeman Mohan says that, Amma, what are you doing? How can you trust a policeman? So Patil, policeman Patil says that the policeman Patil touched the shoulder of Mohan, and he says, Mohan, you are still very young. So I am a policeman. Yes, but also I am the father of. I am friend of. Yes, I am also friend of your father, and I am still friend of your father, and this is also my country as much as it is yours. So he says, now give me that psychological machine quickly. They may come at any. The police may come at any time. So after that, Amma opened the door of Puja room and said Puja to go out. The Suman emerged after wiping her. So Suma also was sleeping there. Suma was sleeping there, and she wake up and wiping her face and her sari and looking anxiously, shockingly looking, seeing them come in. So Amma says coming to Patil, and it is here. So Suman was shocked to see how can you give this to a policeman. And Amma smiled at her. Amma smiled at Suma and she said, You have got to get away, Suman. Take away all the materials, she said to Mohan. Will you? So she asked to Mohan. So let's come to 18th para. Mohan stared at Amma, at Suman, and finally at Patil, who stared steadily back at Mohan, and suddenly the two smiled at each other. Okay, Amma, Mohan said and ducked into the puja room. He lugged the machine out and gave it to Patil. Do you have a largish bag with you? The man asked. Manju, Amma began. But Babu had already got it. That's fine, the man said, and then they were gone. Patil, Mohan, and Suman. The house seemed unbelievably quiet after the earlier intense activity. Let's go back to bed, Amma suggested. Mohan, come back shortly. Suman Manju asked him anxiously. She is alright. Stared at Amma, at Suman, and finally at Patil. So he saw all. So he stared steadily back at Mohan. So he gone back at Mohan, and suddenly the two smiled. They two smiled to each other, Mohan and Patil. So they said, "Okay, Amma." Mohan said and ducked into the puja room. So he gone into the puja room as his mother said to take all the materials in the puja's room. So he lugged the machine out. So he brought the machine out and gave it to the Patil. Do you have a largish bag? So he asked a big bag with do you have? So Manju Amma began, but Babu had already got it, so he got about it. He got the bag, but he said, but Patil says that's fine. The Patil says, and then they were gone. Patil, so Patil goes. Mohan and Suman. So Mohan and Suman also goes. The house seemed unbelievable, means they all were came out as Patil came. So they all gone to their place and slept again. And Mohan came back shortly. Suman Manju asked him anxiously, she is alright. So they says Suman is alright. So this is about 18 para. Go to bed, Manju said, bed with the police about to come. But nevertheless, she did drop off at some time and came out of her sleep with a jerk to her a loud knock at the door. It was repeated. Manju sat up in suddenly fright. Amma patted her comfortingly. Who is it? She asked loudly. Open the door. A strange voice ordered. Mohan, see who it is. Amma said it was like going through something all over again, but this time they knew for sure it was not a friend standing out there. No need for Mohan to announce, Amma, it's the police. Time the mother says, go to bed, Manju. So mother said to Manju, as you go to bed, with the so police came come there, but they were not tension. Nevertheless, they did not think because Patil said that the police may come, and she did not drop off all sometimes, and they all get up from the sleep. So as they were knocking on the door, uh, and the knocking was repeated. Manju sat up suddenly because he was a little bit afraid who may be, and Amma patted her comfortably. Who is it? So she asked loudly. So she said for Manju to open the door. So a strange voice came from the out. Mohan, see who it is. So mother says to Mohan, see who it is. It was like going through something all over again. So it was like going through something all over again. But this time they all know that it would be police, and he said Mohan, Amma no, too. So Mohan said that Amma, it is police. So this is the chapter Narayanpur incident. So thank you for watching my video. So, so like the video and comment on my video and subscribe my channel MN Coaching Center.